What it G Money Gang? So listen, I made this video a while back, but it got removed. I want to let everybody know something before I start this video about Boozilla, G Money, and Youngboy. What you guys do need to know is that it is not my fault if I speak on facts about an individual and those facts make them look bad. That does not mean that I'm biased. That doesn't mean that I hate them or I got something against them. Truth be told, I've said good things about both artists. Youngboy can rap, G Money, he could rap when he was here. I feel like G Money was better than Youngboy at rapping, but I feel like Youngboy holds the #1 spot right now. But I also feel like Fredo Bang Tech is giving him a run for his money. And it's can be questioned who truly is #1 now. I don't have anything against NBA Youngboy. When I bring out facts or things about him and it makes him look bad, you be mad at him because his actions made him look bad, not the fact that I'm showing you guys his actions. Now, I told you guys a long time ago, I went to the bottoms, I got information, I reached out to people. Basically, the story goes like this. NBA Youngboy got put on by Boozilla. For those that don't know, Boozilla had a lot of drug money and had a lot of drugs and was moving, drugs making his money. You know how we do when we in the streets and ain't got nothing else. You feel me? But the streets. He was running a lot of coke, running a lot of weed, all this stuff. You feel me? He put Youngboy on. Youngboy took money from Boozilla, took drugs from Boozilla, blamed it on multiple people, then stole from G Money and stole from other people. But before he stole from G Money, he reached out to G Money and he had asked G Money for protection. That's why G Money said in that industry song, "Had me looking for your cousin. He wanted to kill you." Boozilla wanted to kill YB from stealing from him. You feel me? A lot of people said that YB and Boozilla made peace before his death, but that's not necessarily true that they was peaceful. Just because you see a certain post or somebody say something on Instagram or Twitter, even if it came from Boozilla on Twitter or YB, doesn't necessarily mean that they're at peace. Maybe it means I'm not going to kill you right now, but maybe later. At the end of the day, people say YB went to Boozilla's funeral, so that confirms that he didn't kill his own cousin while we kill his own cousin. But what you got to understand is that in BR, it doesn't matter if you guys are blood. It doesn't matter if you guys are related. You will be here and be gone tomorrow for the right pace, right price if it puts me in position, you heard me, to be at the top of the food chain. Now, YB got his cousin taken care of. Truth be told, at the time that YB was having problems with Boozilla, a lot of people in BR was having problems with Boozilla. And the thing is, Boozilla was in the bottoms and he was over some drug territories. There were certain people that was feeling some type of way about him having a lot of that control and stuff down there in the bottoms. So there was a lot of people plotting on Boozilla. But YB put it in place for it to happen as far as him plotting on him. Basically, he ran from Boozilla. When you see that video of Boozilla saying, "NBA, no, what it is, baby Joe, I step on, whatever." You seen the video when Boozilla was at him. Basically, YB reaches out to G, lets him know he's having problems with him. But there was other people that was having problems with Boozilla. And truth be told, if Boozilla would have never made no diss track talking about people be scared walking through that north or that south, he might still be here. And if he would have stopped fooling around with YB, he may still be here. People need to understand that the BBGs love Boozilla and they post about Boozilla just as much as they post about YB. But the thing you have to understand is in order for YB to get in charge of the BBGs like he wanted to be, he had to get Boozilla gone. Boozilla had to disappear. The respect and loyalty that the BBGs show him now, they do it out of money, not out of respect, but out of getting money from him. They loved and respected Boozilla and got money from him. You can buy a dog, but you can't buy its loyalty or gets its love. You feel me? You gotta get to know that dog. You feel me? And so basically, what YB in the whole situation was Boozilla had to disappear in order for him to get put in position with the BBGs. Now, he could have ran things with Boozilla, but he would never get the same attention and respect that he's getting now with Boozilla gone. So Boozilla had to go. Moving on from the Boozilla part, now you got G Money. G Money and him, they met in person while this stuff was going on. Even after the industry track was dropped, G was still smashing on YB's sister at the time. He asked YB in public and seen him. He said, "Is there a problem between us?" What did YB say? He put his head down and said, "Nah, we good, big brother." And he walked the other way. So after that, things go by and whatnot. And then, out of nowhere, G is murdered hidden outside the studio. Now, there's conspiracies that say that G's team set him up. I don't believe G's team set him up. I believe that people that weren't truly rocking with G like G rocked with them were never truly TBG to begin with, and I believe they wanted him to go. I think it was fishy that Nino changed his name to Nino My Time to Shine after G Money got killed. I think that was crazy. I think a lot of stuff was crazy. Now, I don't think Fed Chopper set him up, but I do think Fed Chopper was scary and he could have did more. And no matter the excuses that he gives at any interview, he still could have died by his partner or he could have tried to help his partner. He made so many excuses up about this and that, but the fact of the matter is, G's dead, G's gone, and you were scared. Had you shot back, there's a possibility that he still be here, possibility that he's not here. But that's the situation with G Money and Youngboy. G Money took Youngboy and OG33 when they had no place to stay and they were homeless. Sharonda was not trying to keep YB at home. She was too busy having her own life, dating who she wanted to date and living her life, even though she should have had him at home taking care of him. For whatever reason, he got kicked out, got moved in with his grandparents. Grandma passed away. Then YB was out there making trouble and drama in the streets, had people coming to the house threatening to kill his grandpa. So his grandpa kicked him out. YB had nowhere else to go. He friends with Herc. He gets friends with Herc. He gets friends with G Money. They end up putting him in their house, taking care of them in 3-3. YB shows a desire that he wants to be a rapper. He wants to be an artist. He start asking G questions about rapping and, he even asked Cleasy, how do you hustle? He was getting all this knowledge from all the people he was around, putting him on. And a lot of times when you got young guys in the hood learning a lot of stuff from them, that's why they say a master never reveals all his teachings to his apprentice, because his apprentice one day will turn on him, probably, more than likely. You got to give it to him at a time. And when you have a young dude sitting back learning all this stuff from you, eventually he's going to say, I want to be the top guy or be in charge, and I'm going to use it to knock you off, or he going to go his separate way. Everybody goes their separate way. When people become CNAs or they become a part of some type of group, nursing, medical, rap, whatever it is, when you get into a higher education and graduate and get in position, you go your separate ways. What happened to the Jackson 5 and Michael Jackson? What happened to LeBron James and the Big Three? What happened to, Shaq and Kobe? Eventually, you want to get out somebody's spotlight and you want to test the waters and put yourself in position. The problem with G Money and YB was YB started rapping about life that he was not living at the time. And G told him, because he reached out to G and said, "What can I do to be a better rapper?" He said, "Rap about your life." G and Herc taught YB how to flow, and YB adopted some of his flow from Boozilla. Go look at Lord Forgive Me, the body structure, the way Boozilla is talking, and then look at YB now. So moving on from that situation, we get into the next situation with G Money taking care of him, helping him. YB makes a song and he presents it to TBG. TBG is not invested in YB because I don't know if they don't think he was good enough. I don't know if he was wanting to sign a they was offering him a contract, but the contract he wanted was cash in advance. He wanted cash. You feel me? He wanted them to invest cash in him before they could see what type of product or what type of person he was going to be. You feel me? And they were willing to offer him a contract to sign him to the label and get cash later, but he wanted cash now. Some type of contract, I don't know. He didn't get the contract he wanted, so he went his separate ways. And when he started making his music, at the time he was making his music, G Money was on the rise, wasn't nobody paying attention to YB. So much so, as soon as he first left TBG, wasn't nobody paying attention to him. But he started throwing sneak distance and shade towards G and his music about only certain situations they would know about. And then after a while, people DMing G, sending the videos to G, letting him know he sneak dissing him. And then the feud goes between the two. And then publicity builds, and it makes G's name bigger, and it makes YB's name bigger. It draws attention to him. Everybody likes drama. Everybody likes beef. So moving on from that situation, here we got it. They start beefing. G didn't took pictures next to G wagons. YB taking pictures next to G wagons. They secretly, they going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. G is spitting facts. Everything YB have with a deal, G got without from hustling out there in the streets. So much so to say that we got this beef and we got this chaos between two dudes that was close at one time. I mean, YB used to go around the streets saying that G Money was his blood brother, even though it wasn't true. But at the end of the day, it's a story that goes to show you that you can't trust nobody, no matter if you bring them in, put clothes on their back, because the ones that you care about the most will be the ones that'll sneak you. And when YB had got signed and had all the money that he had, I'm not going to say what member of TBG it was, but there was somebody having a conversation with G one day, and they said, "You need to take that beef with YB serious. Somebody with $1 million can do anything." And G was like, "I'm not worried about it. He's not living like that." You feel me? He didn't take it serious, and unfortunately for him not taking the beef serious, he got taken out. His own mama even said that he wasn't taking the threats and the death threats and everything serious. You know, and it's crazy because a lot of people say that OG33 was actually trying to get the beef to be squashed before it went as far as it went. He reached out to YB, reached out to G, said Youngboy tripping. He ain't want to beef with you, telling Youngboy don't beef with G Money, and he still went through with it. So now you got it to where YB is dissing G Money while he's dead, and dissing Boulevard Quick and all the people that have passed away. The thing about it is, what people need to fail to realize, yes, Youngboy's a good artist. Yes, he can go hard on the track. But the truth of the matter is, we would not be attracted to TBG and NBA as much as we are if there was not no feud, no drama, no murders behind things that have happened, people losing ones on one side. We would not be attracted to it. We like drama, we like mess, we like murder. We love all that, blood and gore. We attracted to death. We love hearing about people dying, see people die. I'm not saying that this is something that you should, but I'm saying it's the natural human instinct to want to know about this kind of stuff. You feel me? So that's what I feel like. I'm not saying TBG NBA not talented, but I feel like if it wasn't for the stuff that is happening, G and Quick still alive, Boozilla's still alive, Dump still alive, all these people still alive, ain't nobody really caring about this drama and mess. To be real trill with you, if they all would have been at good terms and they all would have been on the same team, ain't no telling what TBG, BBG, and NBA could have done all together with G Money on the track, Fredo on the track. You feel me? YB on the track, all these guys on the track. You feel me? But unfortunately, things didn't turn out the way that they were supposed to turn out. If I've learned anything about this story, it's that I feel like you gotta watch who you got in your circle and who you mess with. YB has all these regrets saying killing that boy, looking back, killing that boy wasn't worth it. But then he turned around making diss songs to G Money, then turning around being cool with G Money. And I don't know if it's because of his medical reason of having schizophrenia or what the point is or what the problem is. But one of the things that I don't get the most is that people like Baby Joe and people in the BBGs be acting like they don't know that this dude got his cousins done in. Dude be making, if he knew that it was a certain op or a certain person, why did he say in his my story, when I find out who'll kill Boo, I'm gonna kill you? You feel me? It's just a lot of stuff that's not adding up and a lot of stuff that's looking what it looking like. You feel me? It is what it is. But that's just my thoughts and my opinion on the situation and the information that was told to me and what I got about him getting Boozilla knocked off and him, putting a G in position to get knocked off. This ain't self-incriminating. This ain't snitching. This ain't incriminating because this is knowledge that's already out there. I'm just bringing it to you guys' attention. Everybody in BR knows the truth about Boozilla, G Money in the situation, but the fact of the matter is money plays a bigger part in this than people's loyalty and respect for they dead homies. Like at the end of the day, it's an unfortunate situation. And if it's anything you can learn from this, is not to trust anybody and it's to watch your back because you never truly know the person that you fed and put clothes on their back is gonna sneak you and turn on you. You feel me? It's just a lot of crazy stuff. And so when you look at this stuff and you see people like Big B dissing Quick or Herm dissing Quick or dissing G or whatever, I look at it to see that they're expecting other people that are close with them people that have passed to respond so there'll be spotlight and attention and notoriety on them. You feel me? I feel like by them dissing, they just trying to draw attention. Not to say they couldn't give views without the disses, but I feel like the main thing that people care about, NBA, TBG, or Spider Nation, or any group out there in Baton Rouge, is the fact that there's dead bodies behind this, there's drama, and there's mess. So that's the situation with the Boozilla situation. Had me looking for your cousin, he wanted to kill you. I put a third up under my pistol. All that stuff, all that. At the same time that Youngboy said he was good, and he was good with G. G was smashing his sister. He was okay with that. My thing is, how can you be mad at G for smashing your sister, but you supposed to be smashing 3-3's mom? And in that song, somebody had brought out to my attention, in that song of self control or something, he's hugging 3-3's mom in a intimate sexual manner. I don't know if it's true or not. They said on 50 something. I got to go back and look. But at the end of the day, what I want you guys to basically get from this, behind all this, BR rappers and artists and beef, it's a lot of stupidity, it's a lot of drama, and it's a lot of stuff that don't make sense, and it's just crazy. It's like dealing with a bipolar, schizophrenic person that hear voices in their head. You'll truly never understand what's going on, but what you will know is that there's a lot going on. You won't know what's going on, but you'll know there's a lot going on. This story wasn't to make YB look bad. It wasn't to hurt his character. It was for you guys to know what's going on. This story has nothing to do with his rapping skills and him being an artist that can, kill a beat, go on there rapping gangster as he wants to. This ain't to take away from how much money he's made, the connections he has, the contracts he signed, where he's at and what position that he is in. This isn't to do that. You feel me? This is just to let you guys know what really happened for pure entertainment. Y'all take it how you want to take it. It was told to me that he didn't even want to diss G after his death. He didn't want to do this. He didn't want to move in the direction that he did. But they claimed that Dump took advantage of his young mind and put him into a position to do that. But I was told that he changed Dump's way of thinking. I was told Dump was supposed to be a good dude in BR that helped dudes on the street that didn't have nowhere to go and needed money in their pockets with his dumping company. That's what I was told. I was told Dump was supposed to be a good man at one time. I don't know, man. It's a lot that I've been told about this situation. But what I do know is that we're only going to know the truth that they give us to know. We would have to be there to see and know what actually really happened. But like I said, I just think it's crazy. 1 minute you're dissing the man, 1 minute you're loving the man, 1 minute you're hating the man. It's just a lot of crazy stuff. Um, but I do truly think, though, the way that he's talking now is how he's always felt, and he didn't feel comfortable about speaking about we ain't gonna don't think that we can't get you just cause you in denim or this or that about G Money because now that G Money's dead, now he feel comfortable talking about it. Like I said, this wasn't to attack his character. This is just to give you guys reality on what's going on.